What's up, guys? I wanted to come to you today with a very special number. Actually, I'm holding a red marker, and this color actually represents the number I'm going to talk about. The number we're going to talk about is the 9. And 9 is a very special number. I don't think a lot of people understand why. So I'm going to bring you some supreme mathematics. And I'm going to show you whether we're talking about the sum of all base numbers, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 equals 45. It brings you to a 9. Whether we're talking about the speed of light, 186,282 miles per second, right? You do the addition on this, it's going to equal you out to a 27, which is a 9. 2 plus 7 equals 9. Whether we're talking about the seconds in an hour, 3,600 seconds in an hour, that brings you to another 36.9. Whether we're talking about the seconds in a week, 604,800 seconds in a week, that brings you to the number 18, which brings you to 9. Whether we're talking about the seconds in a month, our marker ain't freaking working. Whether we're talking about the seconds in a month, 2,592,000 seconds in a month, that brings you to an 18.9 again, right? When you total out those numbers. Whether we're talking about the seconds in a year, 31,536,000 seconds in a year, that brings you to an 18.9. I'm doing a lot of hard work, so you don't gotta do it. I don't need you to believe me. I need you to get this knowledge so you can trust me. All right? Whether we're talking about the minutes in a day, 1,440 minutes in a day, that totals out to a 9 again. Minutes in a week, 10,080 minutes in a week. Do the addition, brings you out to a 9. Minutes in a month, 43,200 minutes in a month, brings you to 9 again. And the minutes in a year, 525,600 minutes in a year. It brings you to 9. I'm trying to help you catch these trends so that you can see the significance and the magic and numbers we use every day. I'll tell you some more interesting things about the number 9. All right? I know you guys have heard of that number 666, right? They always talk about it in the Bible, right? They say it's the number of the beast. Well, when your divinity or your soul met your body, right, it fell into matter. And all matter is constituted from an element called carbon. And this element called carbon has 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons. You do the addition on that, and that brings you to an 18, right? Just like the minutes in a month, the minutes in a year, you see how it totals out to an 18? Well, so does the number 666. 18 equals 9, which is representative of human consciousness. And if you really want to go deeper, the number 18, 1 is comprised of the number sun, and 8 is comprised of the number Saturn, right? And what this represents is light and dark. Every human has it in there. And you have to understand these numbers to catch the trends and make sure that the story is not getting past your head. We'll keep going, right? 9 is represented by Mars. 9 represents completion. 9 represents warrior spirit. It also represents action. This is why the color red represents this number 9. Another cool thing that I found about 9 is whenever you add 9 to any number, that number becomes itself. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 10 becomes 1. 2 plus 9 equals 11. 11 becomes 2. 3 plus 9 becomes 12. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I hope you're catching the point. The next one is halving. When we halve the number 9, half of 9 is 4.5. Right? 4.5 halved again becomes 2.25, which becomes 9. And 2.25 halved again becomes 1.125, which becomes 9 again. Whenever you multiply a number by 9, now we're going to the next section, multiplication. Whenever you multiply a number by 9, 9 becomes itself. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. I hope you're catching the trend here. All right? So there's also another thing that I want to talk about, which is the polygons. this is interesting as well. Whether we're looking at a triangle, 180 degrees, that equals out to a 9. Whether we're talking about a pentagon, that equals out to 540 degrees, which becomes 9. Or even if we're talking about a hexagon, 720 degrees, that becomes 9 again. A heptagon, 900 degrees, and an octagon is 1080 degrees, which totals out to 9. 9 is represented by Mars, the warrior, willing to do anything that it takes to get the job done. This is what a warrior represents. And isn't it interesting that we celebrate Memorial Day, right? Actually, I think it might be Veterans Day, but we celebrate it on May 27th. Another exalted 9, right? The warrior, willing to do whatever it takes, willing to fit in wherever it may, so that it gets the job done. Last but not least, I want to show you some people actually born on 27 days, and that their life path, or which is the accumulation of all the month, day, and year of their birthday. When you add up all these numbers, like we're doing here with the minutes, seconds, and and these different aspects, when you add up all the numbers of their birthday, it's going to total out to a 9. All right, which would be Elvis Presley, Bob Marley, Christian Louboutin, Morgan Freeman, Jay Gruden, Thurgood Marshall, Eric Dickerson. So if you want to start to see how these numbers are impacting psychology or the psyche of the human being, we have to start looking at what their birthday adds up to, the accumulation. This is called the life path, because there are forces guiding us. And last but not least, if you want to look on people born on 27 days, I bought 2, and I mentioned them, which are Bruce Lee and Jimi Hendrix. All right, Bruce Lee, I mean, I don't know someone, he's born November 27th. I don't really know someone who can embody that warrior spirit. What'd he say? Be like water, my friend. Be like water. And Jimi Hendrix, I mean, we know this guy was captivating. And one thing we're going to also learn about 9s when you join my Discord, because my Discord is where I put a lot of these insights and facts, right, is that 9 is the most adaptable number out of any number. I'm showing you the different constitutions that it's able to form itself and be formless. It can either take action or it can be receptive, right? And it can be malleable. So I hope you appreciate these insights. Join my Discord. It's called One of One. For $35 a month, I actually have exclusive access to more private information that I talk about, supreme mathematics, astrology, learning the different meanings of things so that you can see how everything's connected, and maybe you can start to see what's been hiding in plain sight. Work smarter, not harder. Peace.